Hey, what's going on, everybody? Long time no see. I've missed you all so much.
Dude, it's just been 7 days.
Yeah, whatever. Close enough, right?
It's just been 7 days.
Look.
Oh, guys, I missed you so much.
Their companionship means the world to me, Scott. I'm sorry that I put our viewers at the forefront of my life or something. I don't know.
Nobody's watching right now.
I know.
I'm
literally talking to an
nobody's watching. No one likes us. Maybe we just went live and people just joined.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to yet another, technically speaking, live show.
Live show number 14.
That's
14
insane,
in a row.
That's 14 weeks
in a row
worth of shows that we've done. Like, that's a commitment that we normally do not get into.
God,
that's
I am
crazy.
So tired of this.
You're such a jerk. Anyway, what's happening, everybody? My name is Greg. To my left, as always, my brother in arms, my compatriot,
Scott.
Mr. Scott PG. CEO, exactly. It's going to be an interesting show tonight. Because we're both a little tired. Why are we a little tired, Scott?
Oh, you're just going to go straight to it?
I'm going to go right to it.
Right to it.
Right to it.
What you all don't see. Well,
Conveniently.
Conveniently located right here. But you think I'm actually touching the mic? Not touching the mic. But you hear this?
Not. They might actually hear that, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they can hear that.
That's the sound of a box.
That's the sound of a box. You know what this box is?
A particular box.
Yeah?
As I spill beer on myself.
Yeah, gonna go with that, huh?
I'm going to go with that.
Wow, you even spilled it on your MacBook.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Whatever. There's like a drop on
Bam!
How about that?
Catch me outside.
We went out crazy late last night trying to get a Super Nintendo Classic. Well, I mean, I went with you. I just didn't get one. I didn't get one until this morning, but still.
Is this the Royal Wii?
I was there. So, yes, it is the Royal Wii.
Whatever. I got this bad boy. But do you know what this bad boy's for? Not me. This is one we are going to give away. This is one we're going to give away. Effective 10 p.m. tonight, Eastern Time.
That's when the giveaway starts?
A mere, what is it, 2.5 hours if I'm doing my math right? 2.5 hours from now. I will leave a link in the description because I've actually forgot to leave a link in the description.
Gonna update the show notes.
I'm gonna update the show notes. I'm gonna put it out on the old tweets machine, the Instagram.
You'll see it on
Gram, like the kids say. Gram.
I hate you so hard. You'll see it on probably all three of our Twitter accounts. You'll see it on Instagram. It'll be on Facebook.
The Book of Face.
It'll be down in the description after, well, either before or after the show goes live. I have actually had a chance to play. I bought one for myself because I'm greedy, and the Super Nintendo, let me tell you, Super Nintendo is my jam.
I am not greedy. I bought this for you. I did.
I'm a jerk. So.
I bought this for you guys. Well, one of you folks out there. We're going to give it away.
Yep.
The giveaway will start tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. So 2.5 hours from now, it's going to go for 2 weeks. And then obviously there's going to be some stipulations that come behind that. And what are those stipulations? You got to visit our Facebook page. Well, you don't have to do these things, but the more that you do, the more likelihood you get to win. So visit our Facebook page. Bonus entry for subscribers. You'll also get a refer your friends for extra entries bonus. Also follow us on the old tweets machine at Scott Peachy and at...
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Lord.
I'm sorry that I was paying attention to the people talking.
Don't worry. His Twitter is Ominous Hominid.
At Ominous Hominid.
We'll leave it in the description because I still can't spell it
at all.
Visiting me on Instagram, and I would always appreciate a follow on the gram.
On the gram.
Even a daily tweet talking about how dope we are. That would be
also
sweet.
This, yes.
And then we also have just a daily bonus entry because we like you. And that's the only reason. So, again, giving away one of these Super NES classics. And I'm not going to be a jerk. I could have been like, oh, I'm going to flip this for like $250.
For sure. Because
that's happening.
Insane. The secondary market on these things is absolutely crazy.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and just give it away.
But for those of you that are also fellow nerds and children of the 90s that remember and love the Super Nintendo Classic, or the original Super Nintendo, let me tell you something. The SNES Classic is awesome. I am thoroughly enjoying mine. And I really, really, really hope that whoever wins is also a child of the 90s and really enjoys Super Nintendo games, because I'm telling you, man, the lineup on it is dynamite, with the exception of like two games, one of which is impossible to beat, and the other one which is just fairly garbage.
This would be Contra 3, The Alien Wars, Donkey Kong. What is that? Are these really on here?
Yeah, all of those are on there.
Donkey Kong Country, Earthbound, Final Fantasy 3, F-Zero, Kirby's Dream Course, Kirby's Superstar, Mega Man X, Secret of Manana. Manana. Star Fox, and the illustrious, never released Star Fox 2, Street Fighter 2, Turbo Hyper Fighting, Super Castlevania 4, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which
is impossible.
No.
That game is so flipping hard. I cannot even describe to you.
Super Mario Kart, Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Super Punch-Out, fake Punch-Out, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to Your Past, and Yoshi Island. And just so you know, I'm going to try to get it really close. Like, I haven't even opened,
That's fresh.
That's fresh.
Super fresh.
Super fresh. So, I got a receipt as well.
Yep.
Don't hack me like Equifax.
Sure, let's go with that. That's probably generally a bad idea. So
2 weeks to start 2.5 hours from now.
Giveaway goes live at 10 o'clock, so definitely check our Twitter and also check the show notes, the description below, and you will be able to click on the link to enter for your chance to win. So good luck to everybody.
Yay!
I hope that a fellow nerd wins it and not somebody who's just going to be a jerk and flip it for $200.
Yeah, don't do that. Please don't do that. Let's do our sponsorship reads.
Yeah, let's do sponsorship read, man.
Today's show is brought to you by... Actually, the technically speaking show is almost always brought to you by SHS Audio Department, which does podcast, audiobook production, voiceover work, music production and music licensing, multimedia services, and creative consulting. And if you listen really carefully, that's my child in the background. Really carefully. shsaudiodepartment.com. They make this great podcast called the Vulgar Parenting Podcast, which is hosted by Scotty Boombox, which is my guy, featuring his crew, President Miller, my president, your President Miller, and life coach.
Do it.
Chips!
I'm telling you, man, it's a more and more pregnant pause every time.
Every single time. The Vulgar Parenting Podcast looks to make listeners laugh, find balance, and learn to be okay with not being perfect. Make sure you leave a 5-star rating on iTunes, because they will read any 5-star review no matter what it says. And I'm going to have to tend to my child. She's straight up just disrespecting the live show. Leave a review, and if you're going to listen to episode 16 of the Vulgar Parenting Podcast, there is a hilarious 5-star review.
Okay.
I don't know where it came from. I have absolutely no idea where that 5-star review came from.
I feel like that might be a lie.
My name is not attached to that 5-star review.
I mean,
true story.
Okay.
That is not attached. My child's just whining.
Yeah.
I'm sure what it is like. Do you hear that?
So I mean, let it be known that
I'm not ignoring her.
This is not a professional studio.
Yeah, I know. I have a baby monitor right over there, and you can probably hear her. And if that's the case,
for sure.
she wants her binky.
Yeah,
that's what she wants.
Okay.
So can you handle the show by yourself for 5 seconds?
Yes.
Don't burn it down.
Fine.
Dean, keep him in check. Okay, I'm gonna go tend to this.
Dean caught the reference of me singing the Muppet song while you were trying to do your pitch.
Look, I got up and she stopped.
It warms my heart. Yeah,
I got up
because she knows.
Stopped.
She knows who's in charge. She knows who's in charge.
I swear, I hope everybody can hear this. I'm sure that they can. I will choke you. I will choke you out.
You'll have that.
She stopped.
She
what
did.
Are they supposed
she absolutely
to do?
did. All right, so let's jump into the very first topic. So there was actually a lot of iPhone-related news. I hate bringing up the same topics over and over, week after week.
It's that time of the year.
It is that time of the year, and there's actually a lot of fairly interesting news that came out about the iPhone. So if you're thinking about getting the new iPhone, and one of the selling points that you're after happens to be that brand new shiny A11 Bionic processor that's in it, that is supposed to be just the most wonderful thing ever. Benchmark scores upwards of the MacBook Pro 13-inch from 2016 or 2017.
2017.
So brand new MacBook Pro, supposedly this phone is putting up benchmark scores equal to a $1,800 laptop. roundabouts.
Lies.
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 Absolute lies.
Lies. And there's a guy on YouTube that actually comes out and says, not only is this lies, but the Note 8 beats it. The Note 8 can't even hold a candle.
Well, okay.
Hang on.
Within reason.
Okay, that was maybe overstepping my bounds. Are you serious right now?
Yeah. Binky foo-foo.
I think she dropped a bink again. It is a pacifier.
Yeah.
A binky.
Dean's like, she wants her what? A pinky? Yes.
A pinky, yes.
Just the pinky.
Just the pinky.
Americans are weird. What can I say?
A binky. Pacifier. A soothie. Maybe that's the proper UK term. I don't know.
Soothie, yeah.
A soothie. I'm making it up.
God, man. There's an offline conversation we need to have. My aunt used to call binkies something very special. It was so funny. I didn't get it for the longest time. And then when I was much older, I was like, I don't even remember how the conversation came up, but she brought it up, and I was like, oh my God, you told me that forever and a half ago. That's hilarious. Yeah.
Anyway, I think I'm going to go have to see if
nobody
she's okay.
else cares about that story.
No,
That's
I
fine.
almost wanted to mute and ask you what it was. I'll be honest, I almost did. But the problem is I wouldn't have muted it right.
Yeah.
And then
And then
picked up the
everyone
mic from
would-
somewhere else. Oh, you're talking about a nipple? Oh, yeah, okay.
Meh.
I got to go tend to that.
Meh. Okay.
Can you handle that by yourself?
Yeah, probably.
Don't burn it down,
So,
Greg.
so I'm just going to I'm going to start with the A11 Bionic benchmarks that came out. So there's a YouTuber that's out there who is renowned for, he basically has this setup where he tests phones in this kind of lap system. So what he does is he launches the exact same set of programs, the exact same way on multiple sets of devices, and then he times how long it takes to do the complete test one time, and then he repeats the test right away. So the first test is lap 1, the second test is lap 2. And basically what he found is that the Note 8, the Samsung Galaxy Note 8, actually scored better than the brand spanking new iPhone 8 with the A11 processor. Now, why is this important? Well, first and foremost, one of the things that Apple has absolutely been flogging as they're talking about their brand new their brand new flagship phone is how quick and how efficient and how fast this new A11 Bionic processor is. The interesting thing is that the Galaxy Note 8 has at least a 1-year-old processor in it. So it's running the Snapdragon 835, which is basically a year old at this point, compared to the brand new A11 that's in the iPhone 8. The other interesting thing is Samsung has their own version of a SoC or a system on chip that runs in most of their Galaxy phones. It's called the it's EXYNOS, and I still have no idea how to say it. So Zynos, something like that. I'm sure somebody in the comments is going to light me up for sounding like an idiot. Anyway, so this isn't even the Samsung native chip, where you would think that they probably have a lot of min-maxing and optimization and stuff like that done. This is just a generic Qualcomm Snapdragon 835, and the Note 8 smokes it pretty solid. In the test results, let me scroll down to the results here. So in the test results, the iPhone won just barely on the first lap, and then the Note 8 pulled way ahead on the second lap. So that has some kind of negative consequences, I think, for the brand new iPhone and all of its supposed performance. So yet to be seen how Apple's going to respond to this. They might have either an update that they can release that will either fix it or make the performance somewhat better, what have you. So I would be interested to see down in the comments whether or not this changes any of you that are considering getting the iPhone 8. How does this impact that buying decision? Is this enough for you to maybe think about a different device, or are you still all in the iPhone universe? Let's see, there's another story over here about during the welcome back.
Did you burn it down yet?
I did.
Did you just
Burned
keep
it
talking?
down.
You ruined the show.
I did.
Is there anybody watching still?
Yeah, they all turned it off. So I was asking. I just got done the beg to the audience is based on the miserable performance that we're seeing.
Okay.
Miserable's an overstatement. Let's be real. So based on the performance of the A11, does that change your buying decision? If there's a 1-year-old processor out on the market right now that beats it in performance,
Does that change my decision?
yeah. I mean, does it change yours?
I was never going to buy the iPhone X.
Yes, you were too.
I was not.
You look. I believe that we could go back 2 weeks. And,
I said the iPhone 8.
Okay, fine.
I did.
Yeah, but that was before we knew there was...
Well,
but I'm just saying,
did
like,
you
the
already talk about
stipulation
did you talk about the delays?
No.
That's exactly why I won't buy the iPhone X.
Also
Because it's not
this.
supposed to come out now. You're supposed to be able to pre-order it in December. See, I'm out of breath. 2 flights of stairs, man. I had to drop some LBs, folks.
Svelte.
I'm like a brick. Like a brick. Anyway. Oh, God, just tired. Anyway.
Delays.
Delays, thank you. God, gee, Lord in heaven. The delays, they said that now November 3rd is the pre-date. Like, you can pre-order it. But they're saying that because of part problems, mostly related to the camera, part problems and internal parts,
Cheers, Dean.
that they can't really promise. They're rumored to say that it's first quarter, which you might as well just call it February at that point. Straight up February. What? You guys got a bromance
Dean's
going on over there?
Dean cracks me up, man. So
my goal,
February, man.
I'm telling you, my goal right now is I need to make sure that Dean laughs hard enough
To wake
that
up his wife.
slaps him. That's my goal. And I hope right now is like he's probably sitting there in bed like, man, I hope I don't laugh. But you probably just smiled at that comment like,
Yeah.
oh, SOBs. Anyway, yeah. So I'm going to say that no, I don't really want at this point when you get into the whole February time frame. You're getting into, well, you're probably still working now on whatever the next cycle is. You're already into probably some really early pre-production units
For
whatever the
next
next
version
thing
of the
is.
iPhone.
Yeah,
Man, I'm telling you,
because they plan that in way ahead of advance.
No, yeah, absolutely they do. I'm hoping that the iPhone X is, or I guess my based on absolutely nothing working theory is that the iPhone X is literally going to be a flash in the pan. It's going to be here and gone. And they had to make a ton of concessions because they wanted to get the thumbprint reader or the fingerprint reader underneath the glass.
I'm telling you, that was a problem. That was a massive problem.
I think that alone radically changes how viable the iPhone X is a product. Now, were they to, they already got rid of the headphone jack. If they stick with the wireless charging and they like really double down on that and they basically say like, you don't even need a cable anymore. You can just wirelessly charge this phone. Like the bravery that they showed by removing the headphone jack. Sorry,
Courage.
whatever.
It's courage. So I have a problem with that, and this is a shameless plug for my video on Sunday. Probably.
Literally topic of conversation.
Yeah.
Just before we
Right.
went live.
So
We're
like,
what are we gonna do?
Full
for
disclosure,
Sunday?
I'm not 100% sure what my video on Sunday is going to be. I have B-roll of something that I'm filming that I'm not in love with because I don't really want just 50 people to watch it.
Yeah.
Even though that's the majority of our videos.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, it talks about when you want to vlog on the go, what external microphones should you be using or should you use one? And part of the problem that I have is when I vlog, because I do it so often, I use the DJI Osmo Mobile. Well, the problem with that is if you don't have a headphone jack that's on the top of the phone and you have to use the bottom of the phone, you have to slide the phone out because of the DJI Osmo Mobile's arm is in the way. So because of that, I can't use a plug that goes into the bottom of an iPhone to plug in a headphone jack to do that. That's the problem with you getting an external mic on a phone to use with the Osmo Mobile. That's a problem for me. Because, let's be honest, if I were to ever acquire a phone that didn't have a headphone jack,
All of that goes out the window.
all of it goes out of the window. So what do? So this week I actually recorded, I did 2 mics, one regular wired mic, one Bluetooth mic, which will be it's a Bluetooth mic, kinda. Spoiler. Spoilers are teaser.
I actually don't know that one. Do I?
Mm-mm.
Huh.
You don't.
Oh, interesting.
Teaser. There's
I don't know
a
this one.
Bluetooth microphones that I tested. Just think about it. Think about it.
Yeah, I probably know.
Bluetooth microphones that I tested
Yeah.
versus the one I actually use with a lapel mic.
3.5 millimeter.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And that one worked great.
Yeah.
As long as you have a headphone jack.
If
If you use it with the DJI Osmo Mobile, because the arm is in the way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to slide the phone out at one side, plug it in. It's a mess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, and the other thing is like we don't have like professional grade equipment. Let's be real. So
Well, he can't afford it. I mean,
no,
the Osmo
no,
Mobile is.
I totally agree.
Osmo Mobile is professional, but it's not necessarily professional.
It's prosumer, I would call
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's on purpose. It was never meant to, I think,
Yeah.
have an external mic that didn't have a 3.5 millimeter jack.
I think there's a probably a big and growing market for AV gear like this, like cameras, audio, lights, all that kind of stuff.
It's
that is
so-
less than pro, but better than the crap that you get on.
Funny you mentioned that. I read an article today. No
Really?
joke. I haven't told you this.
That's so funny.
Today, an article said that a gimbal is the new tripod.
I could see that. I honestly could. Like, we have done more with the gimbal
Yep.
than just about like the only time we use the tripod is basically right now. Like, we are using the tripod, obviously. But that's
we
it.
could use the gimbal for it. Well, not for that one. But
Yeah, it'd be a little difficult to do that with.
I could rig it up. You think so? Yeah, I know I could.
Challenge accepted.
I would just turn. It has the mobile thing on the side. I just did this.
Oh, Scott.
Happy 4th. I'm totally.
You're
Moving
going
on.
through- Okay.
October 4th, Google Day, also known as my birthday. Boom.
Every
Every
year.
don't
Every
care.
year we get like
somebody
we get like 2 months out and the hype
just
train
want to
starts
know what are you buying, man?
up. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You're a terrible friend.
I am.
You're also fired.
CEO status.
What are you all getting me?
you'll
That's right.
be-
I'm looking at you.
You'll be lucky if I
And
talk to
you.
you after this show.
And then you.
And
I'm
then
looking at you.
And you behind you? That
And
guy
you,
behind you?
You know one that you don't
can't
think I'm
hide.
looking at you? Yeah, I'm looking at you.
I see you.
Dean. Somebody's going to send me something awesome, I certainly hope. Anyway, we're not to... I do turn a certain age on
What are you,
October...
42?
Shut your hole. Happy Google Day. There's tons of articles that are out there.
That makes me
so I'm
happy.
just really just going to kind of power through a lot of the rumors. The one rumor is obviously the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL. Boy,
Before you get into it, I want to take a second to acknowledge. So Dean says he would Patreon subscribe to help get equipment. Love the thought.
we do. We've actually
I don't-
talked a lot about this.
I question whether or not we're like at that stage where we can really like. I feel like if we're gonna do Patreon, you have to have something that you can
We don't
really make it worthwhile. And
Here's
we don't have the time for more right now.
well,
more
it's
than
not
anything.
necessarily that, but it's also the
think.
object of
Score.
this is just the way that I feel, right?
Yeah.
Greg and I are kind of talking to everybody. We have these live shows. We interact with everybody here. We kind of have like a pseudo following, right? Like there's a core group of you guys that watch us every single week, but we don't really offer you anything.
I mean,
So, like,
opinions.
opinions,
Yeah.
but we're just
Personality.
We're just two a-holes offering an opinion. You can
sure.
get down
Yeah.
the street at the local bar.
Yeah.
So like I would actually feel bad. Like this is the way I am. I actually feel bad for taking someone's money.
Yeah.
I mean, other than a super chat, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That is a shameless super. Yeah, you see
What
I
you did there?
What you did there? I sees
I
it.
sees
But
it.
like from a Patreon perspective, is like if you're subscribing, and we're just, I don't really know what we're giving you from a subscription perspective. Like that, we struggle a lot with that.
We're still working on it.
Email us
Yeah.
if you have ideas because we're totally open to it. But we just want to make sure that we're offering something that no one's like, hey, these two a-holes are just taking money. Just hand over fist, they're raking it from me. And I'm like, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, in full disclosure, we both have full-time jobs. We both have a lot of children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
A gaggle, some would say.
Yeah. A chance. Jason says a chance to see your face.
Yeah.
I threw up in my mouth a little bit.
You're the meaning in my life. That's the second time I've sang that song. You're the inspiration.
I'm glad that I can give your life meaning. Like, it just means a lot that I can give back to
True
you.
story.
Yeah.
I'm not making this up,
Okay.
and you totally have no idea what's coming.
I have no idea.
I sang that exact same song
Yeah.
and changed the words slightly.
Okay.
Swear to God, the live show directly after McGregor lost. I sang this song
Yeah.
because I sang. I was like,
Yeah.
"Just tell me that I'm right."
Yep, I remember that.
Yep. That is the last time I sang that song was after. I don't know.
Boy.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but Conor McGregor lost to Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
Undefeated Mayweather.
It's gonna be one of those shows.
Shut your hole. Anyway, one of the rumors that we've known all about the Google rumors, right? They're great phones.
Yeah.
But there's one that came out today that said that the rumor is that Google is going to be offering unlimited Google Drive storage. Not just Google Photos like you got of last year with the Pixel. Unlimited Google Drive storage, parentheses, for 5 years.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
Yes.
Okay.
Parentheses
okay.
for 5 years.
So,
now, that was still a big deal.
Oh, I was going to say that is equal parts super awesome and absolutely insane that Google's going to do that. At all, let alone for 5 years.
So I got to ask you.
Yeah.
They did that same thing with the Pixel. Mm-hmm. Any photo that you take with the Pixel.
Yeah.
Any photo that you take with the Pixel is uploaded and stored for free.
Yes.
Not any photo on other devices.
Sure.
Okay. Except people got around that. People had Yes, people had photos on other devices. They took the files off, put them on the Pixel, and it worked.
Okay.
So my question is it unlimited Google Drive storage as long as it comes from the Pixel or as long as it comes from your account? I don't know how logistically you would do that. I legitimately have no idea, and boy, that would be awful. That would be awful.
So there's a practical consideration to anybody who's going to offer unlimited cloud storage, and pretty much anybody who's a child of the internet, their immediate thought is like, oh, piracy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a well-known cloud storage service that was based in originally America and then eventually New Zealand called Mega Upload that was, effectively terminated because of piracy. And they offered unlimited uploads, basically. Unlimited uploads and downloads. It was insane because storage is cheap. That's the thing. When you get to enterprise-grade equipment, storage is super-duper cheap. So, yeah, it's for them, it's basically a write-off to be able to offer all of that storage for free. But that does not absolve you of the legality problems of what happens when you are caught with not just pirated material, but there's all kinds of other questionable, very illegal, and super disturbing things that are out on the internet that Google would get in trouble for if they had on their servers. So I think it has to be from the phone only, because if it's from the desktop, they're just opening themselves up to a whole host of legal problems.
But the problem I think you have is people will get around that. Like, I will just take, if that was me, I would take a thumb drive, stick it into said machine, pull out whatever file I want, plug it into whatever, and then upload that way. If I wanted to get around it. Now, that's a lot of work that I just described.
Yeah.
Most people are not going to want to do that.
Well, and that's, so in that case, the amount of effort that you have to go through to be able to actually get your stuff on Google Drive via the phone, if that is the case, that acts as like a second or a third layer of, the inconvenience acts as a layer of stripping out people that would just use it casually, right? It goes hand in hand with the whole saying that, like, if you lock your door, locking your door is not an anti-theft measure necessarily. What it does is it prevents the casual burglar from breaking into your house.
I've been burgled! The casual burglar.
Burglar.
I've been burgled.
Burgled is one of my favorite words.
Burgled.
It's a word that you just don't hear enough. Anyway, so, yeah, man, it has to go through the phone, which is definitely going to limit, like, there are going to be people who are going to use it, but because you would have to go through the extra effort of hooking your phone to your computer, dragging the file from your computer to your phone, and then going from your phone and uploading it to Drive, that's going to limit the number of people who are going to use it for ridiculous things.
That's my thing, is like,
not going to eliminate it,
no,
but it'll minimize it.
But the idea that if they're saying that you get unlimited photos like that of last year, as long as you take a picture with the Pixel, plus unlimited Google Drive storage for everything, that's a big deal. That's
a pretty big deal, man.
That's hundreds of dollars a month. Well, no.
Depends on
a
terabyte.
Depends on
how
I
much
think a terabyte's
storing,
$10, $12 a month, I think.
And I would be impressed if you could use a full terabyte just by backing up things on your phone. Like, at that point, I feel like you're a digital pack rat, and you should probably, hang on.
What you guys can't see is, what I'm pointing out on my screen is, I have my Gmail account pulled up, and it says something, 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 24% of something gigabytes used,
which is a lot.
which is a lot. It's 2.5 terabytes.
Yeah.
No, wait.
No, you have 2 terabytes.
Two terabytes.
Yeah.
And I have 517 gigs of stuff. Now, 400 plus of that is photos. Straight up photos. Now,
Yeah.
I pay Google to make sure that I don't lose my stuff.
Yeah.
And I do that on purpose.
Yeah.
Does it cost me per month? Yeah, it does. But it's peace of mind for me.
Yeah.
It's another utility for me to know that if my house burns down, all of the photos
Still saved.
I can get access to. It's going to be a lot
Yeah.
of work, but I can get access to it. All, files for resumes, things that
Yeah.
I've worked on, files on my MacBook for, Final Cut Pro edits. All of that is also on Google Drive. That's a lot of space. And you had best believe that if I do get this and this is real, I'm going to make an event in Final Cut for every single video, and every
throw
one
it
of them
all
just
up
go
there, yeah.
straight into the cloud.
Okay, cool. So now what do? It's 4 years and 6 months, and you've amassed terabytes worth of Final Cut in data from how just amazingly successful this channel has become in 4 years. So what do you do then?
Control A, delete.
You're insane.
If I haven't touched it, what am I going to do with it?
I don't. Well, I think you're.
Somebody's going to take that whoa out of context.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because my mind is
Yeah.
already working. Supercut. That's my favorite thing to do, is to take footage of you and supercut it into you saying questionable things.
Okay, so here's the deal. Right now, what I'm going to allow Greg to do is go out, find
Seriously?
a supercut. Do it
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
Find the supercut, and we're going to put it in the chat. So Dean and Jason, I think those are probably the only people watching at this point.
Okay.
The captain. I almost called him the captain.
The captain.
The mayor. Jason. Roger. Dean. Okay, so a lot of you at this point are going to see what we've referred to as the vasectomy supercut, and you're welcome. Every one of you, you're welcome.
Yeah. So a long time ago, we all used to have separate YouTube channels. My YouTube channel, I basically abandoned at one point in time.
And then picked up on someone's coattails.
Dirty.
Sick burn.
So dirty.
Look, real talk. He is not riding coattails. He actually has the most popular video on the channel.
Thank you. I appreciate the.
He does.
Yeah.
I could
I can't believe that
honestly.
video is only a minute 34 long.
I could not make this channel go without Greg. I've been doing. There's a lot of stuff been going on in my personal life that I've needed basically the help, and he's done that. And thank you for not being terrible.
I mean, I try. Sorry, I'm not even.
Take
paying,
it.
I'm not paying attention.
You're
to the
already
channel.
laughing
I'm
at the
already
fact-
laughing because it just cracks me up.
So what's
so
really
much.
funny is that when you see this video was filmed in this exact same spot where we are. It just
Oh yeah.
it doesn't look like this.
I totally forgot
This-
about that.
so
yeah, because
you were-
there used to be a couch
right here. There used to be a couch right here. I'm actually in the video
so
sitting
crazy.
like right here in the video. So take the time. You can't do it.
What? Why can't you post?
What? Edit and try again. Do it again. Edit. Try again.
Oops. Remove any web addresses. That's a.
I forgot that you can't do that. I have that turned off, and I don't remember how I did it.
I wonder if I can do that. Oh my god! It won't let me do it.
Anyway, put it in the. I'll put it in the description. Send it to me, and you start talking.
Okay.
Push. Can you push bullet it to me? Oh, you don't have push bullet.
Nah, I don't.
You're
use,
such a communist.
I don't use any of your stupid tools.
Can you do anything right?
Tools are dumb.
What do you want to talk about
now?
God. Anyway, so
You talk well. Okay, so we talked about the unlimited drive storage and how that's either going to be like the most brilliant thing. Well, okay, so it has to be from the phone, and it's only for 5 years. I feel like Google's playing it pretty safe.
I don't think it's going to be just from the phone. I have nothing
If
to
they
base that
look,
on.
I'm telling you right now, if they do it from anything other than just the phone, I don't think Google is dumb enough to allow that, because that is.
Piracy 101.
Whoa, that's a huge legal risk that they're taking. Man.
Speaking of
It's just
unlimited
way
things.
too much.
Well, this isn't really unlimited, but it is doubling in size.
Are you going to jump down to that one?
I'm going to jump
you
down.
You skipped all of these.
What?
This one, that one.
Oh, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, Google Home with the screen. Oh, Jesus.
What?
My phone unlocked. I didn't even say those words. I didn't even say the words.
You know how many times my phone unlocks because I see something that's even close to that? And I'm like, seriously? Like that
I didn't even say it. I didn't even say, okay, Google.
Nobody. Now your
Now-
phone doesn't.
now my
You're
phone-
holding.
I'm
your
holding
phone
the phone
in your
and-
hand.
Hey, okay, Google.
nothing.
Nothing.
Sweet.
Nothing.
Awesome.
The phone,
and you blew out the audio. Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
the phone knows it's about to be replaced. It knows.
Yeah. Buy the
knows.
Pixel 2. Okay, so
Kidding.
Amazon released not that long ago the Amazon Alexa Show.
I think it's just called the Amazon Show.
Or Amazon Show, whatever. I think it's stupid. Short version is it's an Amazon Alexa with a like 4-inch screen or something like that. No, it's bigger than that. What is it? 8-inch screen? It's fairly good size.
That's what she said.
Too easy. That was like you didn't even have to try for that one. I would have
feel-
been way
I-
more impressed if you had to try for it.
I feel bad.
No, you don't.
You're
Anyway,
right, I don't.
so it's a fairly small screen, but the idea is that it's an Alexa with a screen on it, so you can, I don't know, like ask Alexa to look at.
Well,
something.
you used to be able to watch YouTube, but you can't anymore.
Oh yeah, because that got pulled off.
Yeah.
Whoops. Good job, Amazon and or Google. I
was
guess
Goo-
it was
no, Google.
Google's call, but it's because Amazon's
And Google do not get along with each other. You know why? Because you can't Chromecast any Amazon apps. So they're like, "Oh, you want to watch YouTube?"
yeah, that's
It's the fight between the two of them, which is stupid. Because the only people that it actually impacts are us, the consumer. It's a battle for data.
Well, okay,
it's a battle for data. That's what it is.
hang on though.
Nope, saying it.
No, yeah, I get that it's a battle for data, but the thing is, like, I don't think it affects the consumer that much because what it does is it makes the choice very clear. There's a competing product to the Alexa that allows you to do basically everything with the exception of purchase directly from Amazon. And you could argue that that's a pretty major feature of the Alexa, fine. But the point is that there's like this competing smart home device that Google offers that does allow you to do YouTube-related things.
I agree with you.
Things, yeah.
I agree with you,
So,
except
Google is trying to just say, no, you come over here.
No, I agree with you. Except, unfortunately, you're wrong. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to say that. No, the problem that I had is
Might almost.
You almost dropped it, didn't
the
you?
F-bomb. I was like, oh.
You wanted to.
Wanted to tell you some colorful things.
Here's the reason why
Yeah.
Amazon picked this fight. Amazon picked this fight first because well in advance of Google Home, Amazon Echo was out.
Oh, yeah.
Well in advance
gotcha.
of that.
Gotcha.
In addition to that, they had already said, I'm not allowing Chromecasts of my apps.
Sure. So
So
that's what makes me think that it's not in direct relation to those things.
Right,
Like,
but
there
there-
was another statement that was made about how Amazon's...
it's the Fire Stick. That's the problem. The people chose
Yeah. The Fire
the
Stick.
Chromecast
Yeah.
because it worked with everything else. It worked all over the place. Even Apple, a normally closed off issue, even they're like, okay, fine, we'll allow you to Chromecast from our devices because
Okay.
I do that upstairs. I use an Apple device to Chromecast to cast to a Google Chromecast. So that's part of the issue. But then Amazon's like, no, I don't even want you to be able to do that. You got to buy a Fire Stick. But the problem is, nothing is nearly as compatible with a Fire Stick than that of a Chromecast.
Yeah.
That's my issue, because then if I want to do anything, if I want to do Google Music, Google Movies, YouTube, anything like that, I can't use a Fire Stick. I use those things way more than Amazon Prime Music, Amazon Movies. I don't do that. Your selection sucks, Amazon. I don't know if your selection sucks, but in my mind, it sucks. Boo!
I just let
Come
you,
to Columbus.
I just let you rant. And
I know,
the whole
it's
time I was
probably
just-
for the best.
I was just
Yeah, I mean,
digging
you
on
straight up just pieced out of that conversation.
I was just digging on you in chat. That's all.
Dude, why? What did I do to you?
It's so easy.
What did I
So
do to
easy.
you?
So Ethan joined. Hey, Ethan, what's going on? And he was asking what was going on. And I said, nothing. Just I just hate Scott. That's all. Like, pretty normal.
Hang on.
And then I was like, he's not even. He's just
Hang
talking
on.
about Amazon or something. I don't know.
Hang on.
Shut your hole!
Well, the problem is now that I put that out there, we're gonna get a
so gonna
stupid,
get
we're gonna get a
strike,
copyright
yeah.
strike
well.
because of that.
Yeah, you'll have that.
Whatever. Shut your hole.
I totally forgot what we were even talking about.
Google Home.
Yeah, the
show.
the
Whatever.
Google Home Max, right, is the new product that is rumored to be coming out. That
rumor.
is, yes, rumored product that is going to be coming out
just
to
a rumor.
compete with the Alexa. What?
I was going to interrupt you again because it's just a rumor, Greg.
Yeah,
Like a process.
It's just a process. I will probably choke you out before the end of the show. I would put that at 50-50 at this point. I mean, I'm going to do it nicely. Like, I'll have a smile on my face. Don't worry.
That seems aggressive.
Oh.
If you all
and your
go,
aggressiveness.
if you guys were to go to kind of our channel right now and look in the description of this video, you'll probably have to refresh the page.
Yes.
Hang on a minute.
I wonder if, can we just take like the last link and say youtube.com, paste this in. Anyway, so we're talking about, for Ethan since, or anyone else who just joined, we are talking about what is, I'm quite proud of it, a pretty funny supercut that I put together of Scott. I don't know if you know this or not, but I love to kind of dig on Scott.
No, you don't say.
So-
Refresh the page right now. At right underneath number 5 of holy moly, a robot did what?
yes.
There's a one link of a
Yes.
video.
That
Go
is-
watch it. I'm gonna let you have a minute to
It's
just
like-
go watch that.
It's super short. It's like a minute 30 or something along those lines.
Should
the
we-
story behind it
Do we
is
need to
that,
pause the show?
No, we'll just go with it.
Okay.
So the story behind it is Scott was telling a story that we were recording. We were trying to capture, like, he told me the story one time and it was really funny. I was like, dude, we totally need to get that on, well, get it recorded, get it on tape because I'm 50 years old. So we totally need to record the story. It's kind of funny. And so he's relaying the story to the group of us. And as I was editing out all the footage, like all the stuff that I was editing out was funny. So I just kind of put it together into one giant supercut of Scott making faces and just being hilarious and weird. And
I was
so
very
funny,
much
man.
that.
Like, to this day I still cry laughing watching that.
I mean, it's not the
It's
best thing I've
it's
ever
so
done.
funny. It's so funny.
But
I legitimately feel bad for the people who are listening to the audio version of this podcast and don't get a chance to watch the video. Check the podcast
as I say,
description.
I will
the
put it
link
in the,
will be
yeah,
there. It
I will
is
put it
so
in the
funny.
podcast description as well. So yeah, let's skip the other part. I don't even remember. What we're,
This one?
yeah,
Or
I
the
don't really
next
think that's going to happen. The Google
So,
Home
okay.
Mini, I do think is going to happen.
So Google Home Mini, I think I've seen mock-ups of that, or at least
It looks like a
leaked
little
images,
like a
like
gray,
a hockey puck.
like a little gray speaker. That's
Yeah.
like this,
I think
That's what I think it'll look
I think that's likely.
and which will be great because I have 2 Google Homes inside my house right now, and I will take those and I will put them everywhere.
What I don't get is the idea that I still don't get the use case for the Alexa show or the Amazon show, let alone if Google is going to try and compete with that.
Well, the issue, so you can check your. Here's my thing. I've never really gotten with the Amazon show.
Yeah.
It's like it has a screen, so you can look at your calendar. I'm like, I have a phone that can look at my calendar.
Yeah.
And by the way, I use my Google Home to tell me what my calendar is. If I wanted to look at something, I would look at my phone. Well, yeah, but you can just ask your Amazon Alexa to tell you, and it will pull up on the screen. I go, I can do that with my
cares?
phone.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the competitive advantage that Google has. I don't think they need to make a device with a screen. They make phones with screens that has the Google Assistant in it, just like the Google Home does.
Now, the caveat to all of that is I also initially I didn't get the Chromecast.
Well, that was dumb.
I didn't. Well, no, because the first version of the Chromecast was like, okay, I mean, this is cool, but so what? And what they did was over time they expanded dramatically. They expanded the features that the Chromecast had.
Well, they just opened it up to everybody. Said, put it in there.
No, totally agree. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so
Cast all the
Chromecast finally made it to not only the protocol but the actual physical device itself. They did a lot of work on the firmware of the device to make it. Like, I have an OG Chromecast, and I got all the same updates that everybody else did. And it went
still
from just
do.
being like this super boring, like you can't really do much with it. It only works in a couple of apps to a lot of things work.
I have no cable in my house. I cast
You cast everything.
everything.
Absolutely everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like, including, like, I have DirecTV Now. I cast DirecTV Now to the Chromecast
Yeah.
upstairs.
Which
Now, I did splurge, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
and I bought the second edition, not because I needed a new Chromecast, but I bought the second edition because I wanted the, 5 gigahertz?
yeah, the 2.4 versus 5 gigahertz network.
I wanted the faster internet.
Yeah.
Basically. I wanted more internets. I called up my IT guy.
Yeah.
and I asked him for the premium internet.
You did.
I
don't
did.
say.
I did. I got a tip from a mayor on that one.
It's so dirty.
Okay, moving on to number 3. I'm not excited about this.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm not excited. Twitter has... they're testing.
Surprised by this.
They're testing 280 characters.
I think this is a big deal.
Why? It was supposed to be a micro blogging
I get that.
site.
Okay.
Micro.
So Twitter, to finish it, right? Twitter is testing tweets that are now 280 characters instead of 140 characters.
So double.
The original intent behind why they chose 140 characters is not that it was a micro blogging or a micro social service. It's because that was in line with the limits on SMS, text messages, right?
Microblogging.
Right. So in line with limits of SMS, because that's how Twitter was originally distributed, and it still left a handful of characters left over for usernames. That's why it was that long. That's it. So
but Twitter,
hang on. What Twitter did that was intelligent was they found a way to resell or repackage that limitation that SMS offers and sell it to you, shine the turd up a little bit, and then say like, oh, no, it's not a limitation. It's no, that's a feature. See, what it is
microblogging.
It's microblogging. So you gotta be choosy with your words.
And I like that. Like they can polish that up because that turd is now gold. Like they took that turd. No, it doesn't make money, but everybody uses it. Everybody uses it.
User growth is pretty much flat on Twitter
because everybody already has it.
Agreed, but Twitter as a business, if they're going to maintain their business, if they're going to grow, they have to be able to offer something different. And one of the things that they're exploring is how can they grow the business? Let's expand the character limit to hopefully increase not only businesses that are going to participate in Twitter, but also users that maybe have... I mean, look, anybody who's on Twitter has had to play the game of like, I've got this thing that I want to put out, but the whole thing that I want to put out is way over 140 characters. Okay, so I totally agree. As an exercise in writing, right? As an exercise in like crafting a story and really making it like a really tight punchline, got it. Makes total sense. But there are times when it would be really nice to have more than 140 characters. So overall, I think it's good. If you still want 140 characters, cool, go nuts. Write your tweet in 140 characters, hit send, problem solved.
I don't have to. I'll just do 1- whatever.
So you actually use more than 140 characters.
But I put them in independent thoughts.
How is that any different at all? You know what the difference is?
Independent thoughts.
No, the difference is...
Independent thoughts.
The difference is, it takes you... Look, if you're going to do 1 of 3, you now have to type 3 tweets instead of doing 2.
Yeah.
At best. Or 1.5. Or how about you take your 3 tweets and...
I got something you can do with those 3 tweets.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah? I bet you do.
I
bet you do. I bet you do. So
I don't think
those
it's a
3
good idea.
tweets.
I like the idea of the nice 140 characters because I actually get my news from Twitter. So I don't want to read 280 characters. Not like it's a tremendous amount to read. It's really not. I'm way overblowing this. Like 280 is not that big of a deal. I will snatch the beard right off your face. But I like the idea that news places can't say, like, look at this story and go link, and then 50 words and link. Because remember, the links don't count.
Agreed, but those are people who are twittering wrong.
Well, I agree with you, but people are twittering wrong. And I
Okay.
don't want people to have more space to Twitter even more wronger. I want more correctness, not more wronger.
More wronger.
More wronger. No, you have to pronounce the ger. Wronger.
Having a stroke. This is what an aneurysm feels like.
Ethan, am I going to get a Pixel 2? A Pixel 2 or a Pixel 2 XL? I would lean and get a Pixel 2 XL.
Okay, I thought you were going to go with the Pixel 2.
No. Why would I do that?
I can't imagine why you would want a smaller phone.
The Pixel.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
this
what I'm
is
saying.
the XL.
I got that. I just
Greg, I don't know if you know this. I have this. This
want to hit you with
this is the XL.
baseball bat. I'm at the point where like I.
Oh my
don't
God!
want
Do you
a
see
smaller
what
phone.
that says? What?
Okay, that'll be interesting.
Humble Kendrick Lamar. We both like Kendrick Lamar a lot. By the way, if anyone were to ever like actually get Kendrick to listen to our show, Kendrick, it's never gonna happen. Just me and you, Kendrick, right here. Dude, we love you. We're as white as we can go.
Yeah. But we've seen you in concert. We were there. Well, I was. Right. I forgot you didn't go.
I couldn't go.
I feel bad.
You should feel bad.
I don't. It was a great concert.
I know. I wanted to go.
One of the best concerts I've ever seen.
So bad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
fantastic.
if somebody could figure out how to go ahead and get Kendrick to let him know that we highly approve of his latest album, it's probably one of the best albums. It was really good.
So that went off the rails.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a Pixel 2 XL.
Somebody's
gonna buy it for my birthday, right, Greg?
No, for sure not.
Okay. Let's move on.
I'm happy about 280 characters.
I don't care.
And I'm sorry that you're wrong.
That's fine.
It makes me feel bad.
I don't even care.
Game time.
Somebody watch my Vast Deference movie.
I don't know.
God, this is off the rails today.
It always is.
It's way off the rails today.
We're pretty far off.
What happened to our show?
What happened to our show, man? Play a game.
Greg.
Let's play a game.
Oh, I almost said this out loud, and I'm really glad that I didn't. I almost said that one because I was like, oh, that was really nice. And I can't say that one. Greg, would you rather your house be 90 degrees all summer?
Yeah.
Or 60 degrees all winter?
I don't like being cold. I do not like being cold.
You would rather be 90 degrees all summer inside your house?
I mean,
inside your house.
90 degrees.
Yes.
90 degrees.
Inside your house.
I'll take that.
That is the dumbest thing you've ever said. You've said a lot of dumb things in your life. That is far and away the dumbest.
I don't like being cold.
Put clothing on.
Do not like being cold.
You know what happens when you put 4 pairs of socks on? Your toes aren't cold.
Who wants to wear 4 pairs of socks?
Who wants to sweat from their giblets in 90 degrees?
From their giblets?
I said it.
Oh, from their giblets.
Seriously?
I don't mind sweating. Like I go to the gym. I work. Well, I don't really.
You don't go to what? Don't even
anymore.
I wasn't even throwing you under the bus, but you threw me under the bus.
I go running. I do all sorts of like physical activities around the house because we're always doing some type of project. Like for example, tomorrow when I take everything out of my garage. Thanks, honey.
Can we talk about this for a second?
Look, this is about to get personal.
No, I'm going to talk about it because I have some concerns.
Yeah,
I totally am down with taking everything out of your garage and blowing it out.
Yeah,
I agree with that statement. What I'm really struggling with is taking everything out of your garage and power washing your floor.
Yeah, not my idea.
Not really sure.
I get the intent. I understand why.
I just saw the one that you said.
Yes.
We're taking that offline, no question.
Okay. Yes.
No question. I am going to pull that CEO card and go, no.
Well,
anyway, okay. I can't. You could damage a lot of stuff. What happens if in your garage you have a leak that goes down the one wall that just happens to be going against the side of the house? You could actually put water into your basement. Theoretically, it's not probably going to happen.
Yeah.
It's improbable.
Yeah,
but it's not impossible. And
fair.
That to me makes me nervous.
I get that.
But that's because in my first house I had water damage like you wouldn't believe.
I mean, you definitely had worse water damage than I had, but I also had water damage in my house. I had to jack up an entire corner of my house and replace the sill plate because there was so much water damage. Like 30 years worth of rain that had run down and rotted out the entire sill plate.
Long story short, we're handy. We're not just tech nerds.
Yeah,
we're handy.
We can swing a hammer or two.
I'm in trouble.
Melissa says 60 isn't even that cold. I don't care. I don't like to be cold.
Okay, would you... Oh, my goodness. I can't... I don't know. I want to do this one.
What do you got?
I want to do this one. No, here we go. Would you rather be respected by a small handful of smart, well-established people or have a YouTube following of millions of preteens like that of Jake Paul?
Oh, God.
You don't have to act like Jake Paul. You would just have following of preteens like Jake Paul or have a small handful of smart, well-established people. Well-established being things like MKBHD,
Yeah.
Lou from Unbox Therapy, Linus from Linus Tech Tips.
I love his channel, but I wish I understood him as a person because he really comes off as kind of a jerk. But
Linus?
that's neither here nor there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know, man. I would rather, like, gut reaction, I'd rather have this small audience that, like, I can really relate to, that, like, actually appreciates what we're doing, that actually, like, participates in what I'm doing, like, if I had that small of a channel or whatever. But, man, to have millions of viewers would unlock so many things. Like, to have that channel, I could then turn around and do the other thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So... that's for people that don't do YouTube stuff. Having a crap ton of viewers is way more than just like, oh, I'm like super important. Like, it's way more than bragging rights. Like, it literally unlocks doors. Like, the more viewers you have, the more watched minutes you have, the more companies are willing to talk to you at all. Like, so we could get access to technology that hasn't even dropped yet. Like, we could be the people that have
That
reviewing
how
the
I
Super
feel.
Nintendo Classic.
You know
before
how
it
I
came out.
feel
Yeah,
about that.
I totally agree.
It's frustrating.
It's super for at our size. It's super frustrating because we have the skill set, we have the knowledge, and we have the desire to do a lot of the more in-depth testing on products. We don't have the funds to be able to just go out and buy it ourselves, and we don't have the reach yet. I mean, let's be real. We've only been doing this for like 2 years, so the growth that we have is super awesome.
Well, the thing is, I wouldn't even really count the 2 years. If you go back August of last year,
yeah.
I on this channel, which was then rebranded.
Yeah, because this used to be Scott's personal channel.
Yeah.
Real talk. That's the CEO status joke.
Yeah,
that
that's
I
the
always
joke, the running joke, because I rebranded this channel that used to be, youtube.com/ScottPeachy to this one. And a year ago, August, we had 200 subscribers. That's it. 200.
make. Yeah.
Now, it was 200 really, really good. And when you start to fast forward and you go, oh man, we're almost at 2,700 today. That's a lot. That's a huge amount of growth in a year. And so we're going to continue to keep doing those things. And that's why we do things like this, Real Talk, is because this is fun for us. This is what we actually have a good time doing these things. I like doing things like giveaways. I've done a lot of I did a giveaway at 100, 200, 1,000, and now we'll do one, whatever this gets up to. But at this point, it gets me a lot of practice because there's a lot of things that I do inside of my job that I do at my real life that this has a definitive impact on.
IRL, as
Yeah,
the kids say.
IRL, and he can attest to this.
Yeah.
There's things that I do actively right now that I take this skill set of the practice with the Mac and all the in front of the camera and stuff like that, and I put that into practical application. So that meant a lot to me, and that's what I was trying to get out of the YouTubes.
Yeah.
And so that helped me, and now I want to continue to keep giving back.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Well, that was really...
That went deep for like
That went
what
deep for
should
like
have
a
been.
hot second. It's like, would you rather eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? No.
Would you rather have $10,000 transferred to your bank account daily or eat both of your hands?
What?
I didn't stutter.
What?
Nom 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 nom. Would you rather?
Would I rather get 10 grand or have no hands?
Yeah. That's the question.
That's the
posed.
question?
Yeah. I didn't make it up. I'm just saying.
Why
like,
would
I'm
you
reading
ask
the
that question?
Because that's how absurd it is. I was
That's-
like, that is so.
I don't
so
understand that
insane.
at all.
Yeah.
Like, not ever.
Yeah. I guess I'll take $10,000 transferred into my bank account daily. I mean, if you're going to twist my arm about it.
Would you rather have a giant bumblebee that you can ride around on or a pocket-sized elephant?
Oh, I'd rather have the giant bumblebee. I'd way rather have the giant
Well,
bumblebee.
you're sitting in a meeting, all of a sudden your pocket just goes...
Sorry, my elephant went off. Hang on.
Pardon me, hang on. I forgot to mute it. Hang on a second.
You muted your elephant.
I muted my elephant.
Down, boy.
What's wrong with me?
Yeah. We joked about this one.
Oh, God.
No.
What
not,
is it?
No,
okay.
not the one.
Not this one?
This one.
Oh, God.
Would you rather be forced to say "Milady," every time you address a woman, or yell, "I'm an atheist," as loud as possible every time somebody says, "God bless you."
I'm gonna take
Milady every time.
every single time,
Every time.
because you just. I mean, you're gonna look like a weirdo no matter what. Milady.
Yeah.
I'm an atheist.
One of them is just
So out there.
yeah.
Would you rather be granted one wish from a genie today, or 3 wishes from a genie 30 years from now?
Doing some math here.
So that would put us in our mid-60s.
Yeah. Well, you'd be in your 70s, but yeah.
That's. The problem is he's older than me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yet somehow the young guy on the channel is more successful. No,
You're such a dick.
that was totally a joke. Totally a joke.
know.
Like, if you want to be strapped with debt, you go with this guy.
Let's compare notes, because I believe one of the two of us is in a much better position now.
Hang on. Hang on. I don't think that's a fair statement. Let's talk about how big my debt is. Well, my debt's bigger. No.
My wife tells me I have the biggest debt on this channel.
Yes.
Off the rails.
Getting blocked tonight.
Okay,
We're getting a strike tonight. I can already feel it. It's going to be a copyright
remember
strike. we're not going to be able to monetize this video, and that's okay because we get like 2 cents
Yeah.
from the video.
We don't do it for the money, for sure.
We really don't do live shows for the money. We
What was
literally
the
do this for
question?
fun.
I forgot what
The question was,
one
one wish
wish
from a
now.
genie today, or 3 wishes from a genie
I don't
30
even know.
years from now.
Like if I had,
What would you wish for today?
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't even know what
Give
I
me
would
your
wish
wish.
for right
I'm going to put you on the spot. You have 10 seconds. 1.
now. I mean, I guess infinity money. I don't know.
Infinity money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even real. Yeah,
I'm just saying, like,
wish
I
from
want-
a
I wanted-
genie is
I wanted-
totally real.
Thank you.
I took it
want-
away from you. You can't have it.
I want to never have to worry about money ever again because I have so much of it that I can pay off all of my debts and so on. See, I think when somebody says like wish from genie, my immediate thought is like, okay, how is this guy going to screw me on the wish? So yeah, I would want to be financially taken care of, so that was just one worry that I didn't have to think about, so that I could focus on either whatever my interests were, be it, well, actually at that point we would we would go all in on YouTube. Let me tell you.
Oh, we'd have a baller studio.
Wow. Yeah.
Baller.
Yeah, we would.
We would have infinity red cameras.
And also, it would basically be vacation and then come back to the studio, shoot a bunch of content, and then go on vacation again.
No, we would vacation and shoot content on vacation. Because we would
Like
have
Hairheads at Beach.
We'd have a studio wherever we go.
On the boat, on the yacht that we purchased.
Milady.
Would you rather be able to copy paste in real life or undo?
Oh, well, that got the copy paste thing is like, here's $1. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. That applies, right?
I would imagine, yeah. I mean, it does
Or
not
undo,
specify.
undo.
Control A, select all debt, delete. Would be awesome.
That would be nice. I would like that. Boy. But
I don't know.
Does that mean you can time travel? Can you undo something you did in the past?
That's what it seems like.
Because we're dealing with logic at this point.
Yeah. I mean, we've already answered a question about a mythical genie, so yeah, why not? Let's bend the laws of physics and space and time and all that jazz.
Would you rather discover the remains of Amelia Earhart or have a teddy bear that's alive like from the movie Ted?
Does he sound like him too?
I mean, I suppose. Either way, you're famous.
Yeah.
You got a talking bear or you found a really famous dead person.
Holy crap!
I'm taking
I
the,
would
I'm
take
taking the bear.
Really?
Yeah. You have a bear that talks, a stuffed bear
That's so creepy, dude. That is the stuff of childhood nightmares. I'll take Amelia Earhart.
You're forgotten.
I'll take Amelia Earhart.
Oh, you're so weird. What do you got?
Nothing that I can read out loud.
Would you rather be always thirsty or always hungry?
Always hungry.
Always thirsty.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate being thirsty, man.
I'm fat. I don't want to be hungry all the time. Like, I don't want to have to be like, I'm so hungry. Oh. Because I can, like, just give me a bottle of water. I just keep drinking a bottle of water over and over and over again.
Oh my god!
But I'm not gonna like house a cheeseburger every single. Like, you know what? 5 minutes from now,
like, oh, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Smash.
Right? I don't want to do that.
Oh man, would you rather receive a one-off payment of $100,000 or a card that always has $25 on it?
I'm always gonna take the $100,000. Like a card that always has $25.
Always, no matter how many times you use it, always has $25 on it.
What card? Like a birthday card?
It just says a card that always has $25 on it. So I don't know. Applying a little bit of reading comprehension to it would imply that it's probably some type of gift card.
Okay, so if I get a gift card
that always has $25.
That always has $25 on it. Let's math that a little bit.
Yeah,
we're gonna math a little bit live right here on the air.
Notice that he's doing it because
Greg doesn't math well.
I don't math
really all.
I mean,
so if I have $100,000,
yeah.
That means I need 4,000 gift cards.
Okay.
4,000 gift cards.
Okay.
Assume I get maybe at best.
Call it a like a Visa gift card, so it's like usable like cash.
Sure.
Make it a little more useful.
I get that. I'm with you.
Okay.
Let's just assume that you get maybe 10 cards a year.
No. This says you have a card and it always has $25 on it. So I use it. $25.
Okay, so I
use it again.
I took this a different way. The way I read that is a birthday card.
You don't always get a card that has.
See what I'm saying is like I'm getting
I'm
getting a birthday card. I'm like, well, no, that like if I got 10 cards, now I'm getting a suspected spam call. Should we answer it right on the air? I'll do it. Hang on.
I hope
the answer. Hello.
May I please speak with Scott speaking?
Speaking. I hung up.
That backfired so hard.
That did. I was really hoping. I was like, that was actually like a legitimate survey.
Oh, man.
And I had to hang up on her because I was really hoping it was going to be this guy. I have this spam call guy that always calls me, and he calls me like Tom.
Or whatever
the guy's name is. And he's like, hey, is Tom there? We want to set him up with this job interview. I'm like, I'm not Tom. They're like, well, let me talk about the money that I want to give you. I'm like, okay, great. One day we start passing the phone back and forth to each other. We're like, oh, hey, hang on a second. Let me talk to him.
Let me get Tom. Okay. Hey, yeah, hello. Oh, you're looking for Tom? Yeah, hang on one second. Let me give it to him and pass it back to him.
And eventually he calls us a dirty name and then hangs up.
Oh, so funny.
That backfired, but that's okay. At least I admitted it.
Okay. So we got a handful of comments in the comment section.
Let's go.
People who have responded to our questions.
Okay.
So let's see. Mr. Mayer says he would rather have a mini elephant.
I like that choice.
Yeah.
I like the mini elephant.
So Dean says I do that my lady thing often while holding doors open. Quintessential English.
I know. I swear to God, we need to go visit and do a live show from Dean's living room
while his wife is sleeping.
Yes, that would be best.
So funny.
It's fine. Dean, you stay in there with her. We'll just be in the living room. We'll be in the living room. Honey, why are there two American men in our living room screaming?
Don't worry
about it.
Forget about it.
Don't you forget about it. It's my friend Tony from the U.S.
Jesus.
Good Lord.
Mr. Mayer says that he would wish one today to have two tomorrow.
Oh.
That's a good one.
That's that whole, I'll gladly pay you for a hamburger.
Wimpy.
Yeah. Yes. What's it like in 3 days if I for a hamburger today?
Yeah,
that's what it is. General, you get the gist.
Dean says he would. I wish to send me back to the old genie and then ask him to genie you back. He also wants a yacht. He says the live teddy bear. He'd rather be hungry if it's maths. He was giving me crap about. I said I can't math. He goes, it's maths. Maths, plural. Yes.
Maths.
That's another totally cultural thing. In America, it's just like, math is one thing.
Yeah, it's
math is the thing. This is math.
I'm mathing right now.
Not maths is a plural. But it makes sense because it's like...
It's math.
Data is or data are. You know what I mean? Because technically it's the data are.
The data is.
No, it's the data are.
No. See, really, it is.
So... Yeah. So
Don't do this to me now. I've built a career on data.
You treat all of data as a singular thing. So when you say the data is, the data says, like, that's what the data says. The data is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Individual.
Yeah. I get that. I get it, but you're wrong. But I still get it.
Would you rather have ears the size of your hands or hands the size of your ears?
Ears the size of my hands or hands the size of my ears?
So you would have ears like this,
Yeah.
or you would have hands like this. I really am so glad that I did this on camera.
Yeah, I am too. I would rather have ears the size of my hands. I need my hands.
Agreed.
I type.
This is really morbid. I'm going to ask it anyway.
Oh, God. Okay.
Would you rather lose your dominant hand
Okay.
or both of your lower legs from the knee down?
Legs from the knees down.
Okay.
Without question. There's a bunch of, like, really, really awesome prosthetic legs that have come out. Like, have you seen the guy that does the... he owns a... No. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. He's got this prosthetics company, and he comes out on stage and he gives this whole, like, very touching talk about prosthetics and how he's doing this. And then he pulls up his pant leg, and dude has prosthetic legs.
And it's the ones that, like, they're like the most... He really is the bionic man, because it's like... It's like gears are moving and things...
It looks...
He looks...
amazing.
He has a regular gait,
You would never know.
Mm-hmm.
You would never know. Yeah.
There you go. Would you rather be unable to hear music or have to serenade a complete stranger with the song Do I Creep You Out by Weird Al once a year for the rest of your life?
Wait.
So you're deaf.
Okay.
No, hang on. Unable to hear music. Did not say deaf.
Okay. Unable to hear music or...
Have to serenade a complete stranger with the song Do I Creep You Out by Weird Al once a year for the rest of your life.
I would do that and enjoy every second of it.
Look, I would do that now.
Yeah. I would do that and
I would do
enjoy
that
every
now.
moment.
Like,
Yeah.
just because somebody asked me to. But I don't know
Yeah.
the song, so we'd have to pick a song that I know.
Yeah.
Like, You're the meaning.
Oh, that's twice in a single show.
Okay.
Look at you. Let's see what else we got here.
I mean, this
Trying
is...
to find some good ones.
Okay,
though. I don't
so,
have any good ones.
Dean, I'm going to ask you this question because the Spice Girls are from over the pond. Over the pond.
Dean got the Steve Austin reference.
Nice.
The Bionic Man.
Oh, that's Steve Austin.
We can rebuild him.
I thought you meant Steve Austin,
No.
Not the
Not
WWE.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. No.
Get back here with your candy.
Hang on. Dean goes, do people study physics or physic with relation to math?
I don't know. We study English, not Englishes.
Ooh, that's... look, lovers quarrel. I'm gonna let you two sort that one out. All right.
Yo.
Yeah. Come on.
Boom.
Don't at me, bro.
Don't at me, bro. Would you rather scream "I kissed a girl, I didn't like it" every 5 minutes for the rest of your life, or have the Spice Girls follow you around everywhere for the next 20 years?
How many times do I have to scream "I kissed the girl and didn't like it"?
Every 5 minutes for the rest of your life.
Oh,
I would take the Spice Girls.
I feel like I have to.
I don't really think they're that bad. Are they that annoying?
I mean, I don't like. Well, no.
I had a crush on Baby Spice.
Of course you did.
I was like 12.
Would you rather get $5 every time you poop, or never have to poop again for the rest of your life?
Wait, what?
Would you rather get $5 every time you poop?
Just stop there.
That's where you stop.
Just stop there. I'll take that one.
Really?
$5
Every time you poop?
every time. That is 2.5 extra large Tim Hortons cups of coffee
Per poop.
Yeah, I'm basically then just feeding the system.
God. You literally poop money.
I did.
Yeah.
You see what I did there?
Yes.
Big thinker right here.
Pooping is such a waste of time. I would stop pooping in a heartbeat.
Then you're doing it wrong. Then
if I could just never poop again, and that's not like constipation or anything like that. If I could just not have to do it. Matter of fact, if I could not eat ever again.
That I would
also be
agree with.
Yeah, I would just.
If I could not eat ever again, I would also be.
I want the option to eat. I want it's a decision. I want to go, you know what sounds really good? I haven't had a steak in 4 months. I should probably do that. Okay, there it is. But then just be happy, just be satiated.
Okay.
I would oh god, that'd be so awesome. Never have to poop, never have to eat. Sleep is the last big one. If I never had to sleep, it'd be glorious.
Let's go into this and we'll make it a would you rather.
Okay. Don't know which one this one is. Hang on.
Okay. So, yes, you do.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
So, last topic we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
And so we're going to make it a would you rather because it's really kind of a good way to end it.
Yeah.
There was a woman who evidently is a saint on Earth. She decided that she was going to get some dental work done.
Okay. She's not a saint. She is a crazy person.
She has a lot of faith.
For sure.
She's
a crazy person.
She decided that she would allow a robot to do dental surgery on her.
But it's more than just
It's not I'm going to do a cleaning.
Well, and
it's
and
not
it's not
that.
And it's not right now we have remote controlled robots. You have doctors in the UK, for example, shout out to our friends overseas, who will do remote surgery here in the States or vice versa. So that technology already exists. This is not that. This is not remote controlled. The doctor is still technically doing the surgery just from really far away. This is straight up a robot that did everything unassisted.
Literally, machine learning, artificial intelligence, while doing dental surgery in a person's mouth.
In their mouth.
In their mouth. So, it's a would you rather.
No.
You either have to allow... I'm making this up on the fly as I'm doing this.
Okay.
Would you rather allow that same machine
No.
to do dental work
No.
or laser eye surgery to correct your eyes? You do the corrective LASIK? That's it, LASIK.
Yeah.
Let that do that. You have to choose one.
I mean, I feel like it's already pretty automated at this point anyway.
The laser?
Yeah.
Very much no. Because you have to cut the eye and peel back and then laser. So you're very much not automated. The doctor very much does that. They basically, the eyeball's like this, and they cut that really film layer off the eye, and they peel it open, and then they laser, and then they peel it back. So, allowing a robot to do that, or...
I mean, oh my god. So
the thing is like, this part, the robot did dental surgery. That's real. That happened. This isn't a would you rather.
Yeah,
that occurred.
Happened.
A person. We're getting into the mode now where artificial intelligence is actually intelligent enough to do dental surgery, but also there's a crazy person who was like, you know what? I'm gonna let a robot just go ham right in my jaw.
What?
No.
Total sidebar. What amazes me is that people will still argue with us about whether or not artificial intelligence is going to be that big of an impact in the future. Like that is still an argument that I get into regular. You know what I mean?
I wasn't paying attention.
I know you weren't.
I was reading the note. You saw me read. I looked over your soldier.
My soldier. so bad.
Was it bad? Was that not? I'm not even close, am I?
I mean, yeah. I get a little chicken wing action, but yeah.
Was it supposed to be down? Or up?
It's just it's a very stiff. Nah, never mind.
I'm trying.
I know you are, and I appreciate that, but
I respect you.
I love you for it.
I respect the military. The men in uniform.
You know I'm
don't.
You know I'm kneeling on Sunday.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
Don't.
Oh, I want to so bad.
Don't.
So 2 sidebars now.
Yeah, we went. Don't do that.
2 sidebars now.
No.
So I gotta say something about it. Not
the thing that I just brought up.
I mean, my opinion on that. Not related to anything else, but
you're gonna bring it up right now.
Well, so artificial intelligence. First of all, the fact that people still argue with us on the regular about whether or not artificial intelligence is going to be that big of a deal in the future is mind-blowing to me. Like every day, almost, there is a story about how artificial intelligence is pushing a boundary that previously would have seemed insane and impossible almost every day. And now, again, routinely, I hear not only people at my place of employment, but friends that are just not attached to technology, or older generations that aren't as close to technology as what I am, just don't see AI as being that much of a threat. I'm like, you're not paying attention. Like, that's
it's a problem.
It's an absolute problem.
If they let it be a problem.
Yeah, without question.
AI can, in fact, destroy this world if it's allowed to do it.
I don't know. Okay, I'm hesitant to agree with you that AI can destroy the world. I think there's definitely the possibility of that. I think fundamentally the problem is we don't know what's going to happen. Like, that's far enough into the future, and humans suck at predicting the future anyway.
Just ask the weatherman.
I would say that artificial intelligence is going to have enormous, just about incalculable impact on human society. Mm-hmm. And that is going to radically alter not only what it means to be human, but also what it means to live in a free democratic society, also what it means to participate in a global marketplace. All of these things, all of those definitions are going to change in our lifetime, and it may even change in your lifetime depending on how old you are. If you think that you are too old, you're probably wrong. It's probably going to happen a lot sooner than you think, and that's going to mean things like massive unemployment when automated transportation takes over and stuff like that. And it's going to happen quicker than you think. We already have self-driving cars.
Dean, I can't say 100% of what your comment is accurate. Not 100%. I would definitely, if you were to say, is it more than 50%, I would say yes.
Yeah, I bet. So the comment is, for the audio listeners, I bet the AI deniers all have iPhones. And I feel like the only reason you can even make that joke is because Siri is awful.
Oh, yeah.
Fun story. Also heard about this one. I can't believe we didn't post this one in the show notes for this week. Siri recently switched their search service on the back end. It used to be if you searched for something with Siri, it actually farmed all of that stuff out to Microsoft Bing, one of the worst search engines ever created. And Apple just signed a deal with Google, so now if you search with Siri, all of that search result data goes to Google. I thought that was interesting. Yeah.
So you're telling me that Google is the best search?
Who knew?
Color me surprised. You thought Bing was going to do it? How about how well you did with Apple Maps in the beginning? Turn left into evidently your demise in the water.
But what that shows is that Apple is at least willing to play the long game, right? So they didn't want to pay Google for licensing on Google Maps to be able to get it on iOS, because Google was absolutely sticking it to them, saying like, no, you're going to pay through the nose for this, because Google had them by the short and curlies. So Apple said, no, we're just going to bite the bullet. We know it's going to suck initially, but they doubled down, and now Apple Maps is good. I don't think that it doesn't have the same features that Google Maps do, for sure. Google has more data, but as far as like straight up navigation, does just fine. So Apple's willing to play the long game, the long con.
You have to answer the last two. So unfortunately, what most people don't know is there is an inside gag to this. So no, I'm going to go ahead and chop that, because we're not going to do that on this channel. Greg was actually in the military.
Yeah.
So take that as you will. There's been lots of conversations between him and I about a lot of different things.
There's a whole conversation happening in America. Look, I'm going to keep it broad. I'm really not going to paint anybody, because at the end of the day, my point applies to them as well. Applies to anybody. So there's a conversation happening in America right now about whether or not it's disrespectful to kneel during the national anthem. This all came to a head because it started with Colin Kaepernick. Who do you play for, the 49ers? Mm-hmm. I don't care about professional football. College football or die. Anyway.
Strong agree on that one.
Yeah. So he knelt during the national anthem which was basically his form of protest for any number of things. Now, if you want to argue whether or not that's an effective form of protest, I'm all ears. But if you if you're trying to argue that it's disrespectful to the flag, the country, or anybody who served, I would strongly disagree with you on that one, because I served so that you have the option to do that. Like I swore an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and trying to say that that's disrespectful and those people should be fired or should be put in jail or whatever. Trying to silence the freedom of speech is fundamentally wrong, in my opinion. That goes against the First Amendment of the Constitution, and I very strongly believe in that. Like the First Amendment is part of why we're able to do this, like why we're able to get away with saying whatever we want to. If you want to see what a world looks like without the First Amendment, go to some of the really hot places that I have spent time in and see what it's like to live over there. You can't talk to somebody in certain scenarios. Like if you talk to the wrong person over there, you'll go to jail. Like I went to a country where you can't even spit. Now granted that's not talking, but like to be caught spitting would put you in jail without question. So yeah, that it drives me nuts. This is not meant to crap on anybody in the comment section or anything like that, but unless you served, you can't hold the troops up and say that like that's the reason why it's disrespectful, because you just don't know. And most of the troops that I've ever talked to do not agree with that opinion. So that's my 2 cents, man. But that's totally personal. That's like me as a person. That does not represent Scott. That does not represent the channel as a whole. That's just my 2 cents on it, because it drives me nuts, man. It really drives me nuts.
So yeah,
that's my thing.
I don't like the NFL.
Yeah,
I'm not an NFL guy. It's probably because I was a Cleveland Browns fan growing up, and they're not good.
They're not. I remember the dog pound
awful.
era.
Well, I mean, they still have it technically.
No. I remember the dog pound era. Like what it is now is not what it used to be. But yeah. Boy,
Nope. I'm calling it there.
No. I haven't read anything. I'm just saying,
okay.
Like, there's a bunch of comments that are in here now. I'm gonna have to.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna end it. Yep. This is gonna be the end of the show. So.
Also, Dean, no, it wasn't Singapore. But yes, that's another place where you can't spit.
Really?
Yeah.
So yes. Appreciate you guys watching today.
Yeah. Definitely.
There will be no more political chat on the channel.
Yeah, we try really hard not to do that.
We try it not, but it will be effective immediately. It will not come up again. So,
CEO has spoken.
Yeah, I have. I have. So, it won't come up anymore. We're going to continue to keep it light around the tech.
Yep.
So, like, share, subscribe. Nope. I said it. I have said it. Now,
they're trying to drag us back down.
Now I'm getting pissed. So, this stream is over. We'll talk about this later. If you want to have a comment with me or you want to have a conversation about it offline, I am all for it offline, but it is not going to be on this channel. Period. End of story.
Cool. So,
we appreciate you guys. Like, share, subscribe. I'm going to give the giveaway that starts in about an hour. It's going to go roll for about 2 more weeks. And then we were going to give this guy away.
Boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. Tell your friends. That way you can get one for free, because evidently people are trying to sell it like crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, y'all. Bye.
We'll see you.